Have you ever felt like you're at war with yourself, torn between opposing emotions and desires? In the heart of the Cherokee territory, an ancient tale unfolds beneath a twisted oak tree, revealing a profound secret about our inner struggles. A wise elder and his grandson delve into a metaphorical battle between two wolves, each embodying the dual nature of our spirits. This story isn't just a lesson about choosing between good and evil. It's a revelation about the balance and harmony we need to find within ourselves. Join us as we explore this age-old wisdom and discover how feeding both wolves within can lead us to a life of deeper understanding, peace, and fulfillment. Now, onto our story. Once upon a time, right in the heart of Cherokee territory was an ancient oak tree that was so twisted and weathered that it offered shade for an elderly Cherokee leader who was sitting nearby. Alongside him sat his grandson, who was listening intently with his eyes wide open and eager to absorb the knowledge of his ancestors. An elderly Cherokee man with a weathered face that was carved with the knowledge of countless seasons was giving a profound speech about the nature of life and the battles we all face within ourselves. The Cherokee man's face was etched with the knowledge that he has seen countless seasons. He noted, his voice bearing the weight of years, that there was a war going on inside of him, and he described it as a terrible fight between two wolves. "A fight is going on inside of me," he said. "One of them is negative and overflowing with negative emotions such as fury, jealousy, sadness, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, shame, resentment, inferiority, falsehoods, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other one is laden with all of these negative emotions as well as many others." The grandson paid close attention as the narrative was relayed to him, and his imagination conjured up an image of two terrifying wolves engaged in a fight that would never come to an end. After then, the wise man continued by saying, "But the other wolf is good. Happiness, peace, love, hope, tranquility, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith are all consumed by the wolf." When the young boy recognized that he was becoming confused by the metaphorical overtones of the conflict, he turned to his grandfather and inquired, "Which wolf will win?" When the ancient Cherokee was asked for his response, he smiled knowingly, his eyes conveying the year's worth of acquired wisdom, and he said, "If you feed them right, they both win." As the young man waited for additional clarification, his brow furrowed in confusion as he contemplated the situation. "You see," the elder said, "if I only choose to feed the white wolf, the black one will be lurking around every corner, waiting for me to become distracted or weak, ready to take any opportunity to capture my attention. You see," the elder said, "if I only choose to feed the white wolf, the black one will be waiting for me around every corner. If I decide to only feed the white wolf, the black wolf will wait for me to get distracted or weak, and then it will grasp any opportunity to get my attention. If I decide to only feed the white wolf, the black wolf will wait for me. He will never cease being infuriated, and their conflict with the white wolf will never end." He paused for a brief moment so that he could give the words some time to sink into his brain. "But if I acknowledge the black wolf," he pointed out, "he is content, and the white wolf is at peace as well. Because the black wolf possesses characteristics that I occasionally require, such as perseverance, fortitude, fearlessness, strong-willed determination, and great strategic thinking, I sometimes find myself drawn to him. These characteristics include perseverance, fortitude, fearlessness, strong-willed resolve, and superb strategic thinking." The young boy gave a slight nod, which suggested that he was starting to grasp the more fundamental significance of what his grandfather had said to him. The elderly gentleman said, "However, the white wolf has its own virtues: compassion, caring, strength, and the ability to recognize what is in the best interest of all." He continued in a calming tone, delivering words of encouragement to his youngster, and he said, "You see, son, the white wolf needs the black wolf by his side. If you were to just give food to one of them, the other would eventually starve. and at that point it would be impossible to keep them under control. They will be of outstanding service to you if you supply them with food and care, and they will not do anything that is not a part of something greater, something good, or something that has life if you do this. If you provide them with food and care, they will not do anything that is not a part of something that has life. The words that were delivered to the young child by his grandfather struck a chord within him that carried a profound importance. He eventually arrived at the realization that the conflict that was waging inside of him between these two wolves was a portent of the choices that he would be required to make throughout the course of his life. "Feed them both," the one with more experience said with a knowing smile, "and there will no longer be a struggle going on inside of you for your attention. When there is no internal conflict going on, you are able to listen to the voices of your inner knowledge, which will direct you in choosing what is right for any given circumstance. When there is no conflict going on inside of you, you are able to listen to the voices of your inner understanding." As the gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the oak tree, the elderly Cherokee offered the young lad one last piece of guidance before parting with him. "Peace, my son, is the Cherokee mission in life," the more experienced Cherokee said to the younger Cherokee. "A person who is at peace with themselves on the inside has all they could possibly want or need. A person whose life is torn asunder by the war that rages within them, on the other hand, possesses nothing because they have lost everything." In conclusion, he said, "The way in which you choose to engage with the conflicting forces that exist within you will determine the course of your life. If you deny yourself either of these, you will realize that you are missing a vital component of who you are. If you are able to guide them both in the proper direction, however, they will point out to you the path that leads to insight, equilibrium, and harmony." When he heard those words, the young boy had an epiphany. He realized that the true journey in life was not about eradicating one's inner struggles. Rather, it was about learning to nurture and harness both the light and darkness within, thereby creating a harmonious symphony that would guide him on the path to becoming a wise and compassionate individual, just like his cherished grandfather had been. His grandfather had been his hero. Life presented its share of challenges and temptations, just as it did for everyone. The young man was no exception, but he had learned the art of balance and harmony from his grandfather's teachings. When faced with moments of anger, jealousy, or self-doubt, he recognized the presence of the black wolf within him. Instead of suppressing those emotions, he acknowledged them, understanding that they held lessons and strengths of their own. Similarly, when he felt love, hope, or compassion, he welcomed the white wolf, knowing that these emotions were vital for his well-being and his connection to others. He had come to see that neither wolf was inherently good or bad. They were both essential parts of his being, each offering unique qualities that served him in different ways.